Good morning. It is Tuesday, April 8th. It is 10:19 a.m. and I am at Burrito Bravo. Just picked up my first order of the day. Late start today. Peyton had another follow-up appointment for her pinky. All is good as far as that goes. What the hell? Seatbelt. All is good as far as that goes. She's cleared to get back into gym class, and doctor said she could use her finger as normal. Just take obvious precautions and don't get too rough. But she doesn't quite have she can close her hand kind of like this, but she can't like bend her finger like that yet. It's slowly gaining flexibility, but not there yet. So he suggested, it's normal at this point in time after her surgery a couple months ago for her hand to be like that. It's totally normal. So recommended physical therapy. So I'm going to start doing that here at some point. They're supposed to call us today and let us know, set us up a appointment to get that started. So yeah, $6.50 for 4.7 miles. Not a great order, but I was at the house. I dropped some Starbucks off to my wife, and I figured instead of leaving the house without getting paid, I might as well leave the house while getting paid. So I went ahead and accepted it, and now I'm heading for the first drop-off. I've got to pick up Peyton from school at 2 o'clock, but other than that, my wife has worked from home today, so I don't have to worry about picking her up. So hopefully that'll help with my earnings. I don't know if I'll get to 200 today since I basically missed all of breakfast, but if we get another 150, I'll be happy. Let's see where the day takes us. Back again with an update. It is 11:31, and I'm finally taking another offer. About that, wanted to see what that Grubhub was all about. I've gotten a handful of offers since that Burrito Bravo order, and they've all been terrible. I haven't gotten many. It's just a handful. I drank about half of the Starbucks coffee that my wife bought when I went and picked her up coffee. She bought me one. I got through about half of it, and I had to hit the McDonald's bathroom. I don't know what they did to this coffee today. I still got half of it left. I'm afraid to drink it. But that tore me up. So I finally got another offer. Worth taking. $8.75 for 4.9 miles for Chick-fil-A. So it's already after 11:30, so 30 minutes of the lunch rush has already passed by. So, it's a Tuesday. It's kind of to be expected. If I make $50 by the time I pick up my daughter, I'll be happy. I'm only at $6.50 right now. I only took that one DoorDash, the Burrito Bravo order. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll pick up. Maybe it'll stay steady from here until 2 o'clock. Good Lord. Maybe it'll stay steady between now and 2 o'clock, and I can make $60-$70. Hopefully that's the case, but not counting on it. It's all right, though. I'm going to stay out all day today and just grind it out. If I only make $100, I only make $100. So we'll just suck it up and listen to some radio and enjoy the sunny weather and do the best we can. Be pulling into Chick-fil-A momentarily. Chick-fil-A order acquired. I think that's starting. I don't know what's happening, but it's kind of becoming the norm. Up until the last few months, lunchtime, and you'd start getting offers usually about like 10:45, between 10:45 and 11. You'd start getting some, like pretty consistently. But now, lately, I've been lucky to get anything between like 10:30 and 11:30. About 11:30 is when orders start coming in. Lunch has just been slower than it used to be. I also think there's a lot more dashers. I think there's too many dashers in my area. And they just keep onboarding all these dashers. Because there's so many lowball offers. People that actually know what they're doing aren't accepting them, so they just keep bringing on all these new dashers that are willing to accept these orders. And I don't care But I've noticed more and more, like, I rarely run into a DoorDasher that speaks English anymore, which is crazy. I mean, that never used to be the case. It's just a lot of Spanish-speaking people. You know, I don't have a problem with it or anything. I just wonder why that is. I know people are gonna like say like border stuff or whatever, but I don't know. You can't do this without like an actual a license or whatever. So supposedly you're not able to get a license if you're not a legal citizen. Oops, that Grubhub's annoying me. But anyway, so yeah, I mean the lunch rush has just been slow lately. Dinner's been pretty normal. You know, I start getting dinner orders consistently 4:30 every day. That hasn't changed much. Let me look at this Grubhub. Anyway, it was like $8 for 7 miles. But yeah, it's just been slow for lunch, just in general. You know, Fridays are usually busier, which is normal, but still just like not quite what they used to be. Might be a combination of things. It might be there's too many people dashing. Because I tell you what, like even when it's not busy or doesn't seem busy, just that Chick-fil-A order, this Chick-fil-A order I just got, I haven't been getting any offers. I walk in there's like 2 or 3 people, dashers in there waiting for orders. So I think there's just too many people that they let onto these apps. But like I said, I think it's just these lowball offers, the ones that aren't getting picked up, you know, or picked up late. They just keep letting drivers on and keep trying to find people that are willing to take the $3 offers. I don't know. I don't have an answer, but we'll see. I mean, it's getting to that time of year too, where it's it's spring, it's April, weather gets warmer in this area. The apps generally start to slow down a little bit. Man, the Grubhub's not slow though. That's blowing me up right now. But there's an Uber, $5 for 20 miles. See, they'll take that one. No, thank you. All right, let's get this dropped off and we'll continue. All right, now I just accepted an offer. Grubhub $9.62 for, I think it's at 2.8 miles. Now this is an example. Now I have no proof of this. This is just what I believe. Here's an example of when these apps are busy and then they're just sending you average or below average offers. Don't give in and accept one of them. I just received a bunch of Grubhub offers right in a row. And I know for a fact there's far less Grubhub drivers around here than there are DoorDash. Just because Grubhub's not as busy. Smaller company, whatever. What I believe is all these crappy offers that they sent me. Whoops. 1 second. Interrupt me for a $3 offer, DoorDash. How fucking dare you? The audacity. Anyways, Grubhub, there's far less Grubhub drivers than there are DoorDash in this town. And they sent me a bunch of offers right in a row. I'm talking, they sent me probably about 12 offers. Now, what I'm guessing is these other drivers that have better numbers than me or better acceptance rates than me or whatever, they took all those offers that were shit. I'm talking like, for some reason, Grubhub allows customers to order from like far outside of town. Like basically anywhere in the county, they let you order. And people take advantage of that. They don't tip for shit because they tip you $5, but it's still cheaper to order it on the app, have it delivered, pay the fees, than it would be for them to waste their own gas to drive all the way into town, pick up the food, and drive it all the way home. That's why I don't accept many Grubhub offers. Most of them, like for some reason, take you way out of town. But anyway, back to the point. At some point, those offers are getting accepted, I'm guessing. So that leaves any good offers that are available or that come after that to be available for people like me who are not on the Grubhub schedule. So if you don't know how Grubhub works, there's a schedule, but you can still deliver for them even when they're not on schedule. You just generally get shitty offers, whatever's left over most of the time. But in those unique scenarios where it's busy on Grubhub, and all the drivers that are on the schedule are taking all these trash offers, sometimes it'll leave some good ones for me, while these other drivers are out delivering all these crappy offers that go outside of town. Meanwhile, I'm here declining the offers, staying inside of town, And if any good offers pop up that normally those scheduled drivers would probably get, I end up getting them. Now, this is just my theory. I don't know if there's any truth behind that or not, but that's just what it seems to be. So, I'm pulling up to this Chick-fil-A now. $9.62 for, I think, 2.8 miles? Is that what I said? I can't remember exactly. But that's why I always say just be patient. If you're in a bigger market especially, like, you don't take the $5 offers when it's busy. Like, don't. I don't care if it's 1 mile. Because there's probably a $10 for 2 mile order somewhere. You know, if you just decline 2 or 3 more in a row, there'll be juicy ones in the back. I'm telling you, it's a theory that I've tried and it works most of the time. Now, sometimes I'll decline, and there's just no good offers to be had. Sometimes they're just not out there. Sometimes there's just not a good tip out there. That's just the case sometimes. But if it's busy, man, they're not gonna offer you the sweet ass offers first. I've said that before. They're gonna offer you the shit that nobody else wants first because they're trying to get that shit picked up. Those 250 orders for 5 miles, they're gonna offer you that first because they know nobody else is picking it up. Everybody's been declining it. They're gonna keep trying to send it to you and send it out to drivers, hoping somebody takes it because they're trying to get rid of it. And then if you keep declining them, eventually you get through the algorithms. Like, okay, fine, here's the $10 for 2 miles, and then you take that one. You might have to wait 5 minutes. You might have to decline a few in a row, but a lot of times it works. And that was the case with this. So this is my theory. There's no truth behind any of this, or no proof or anything like that. I don't know, but this is just based on doing this for 3 years. That seems to be the case. So be picky. A little irritating that they took care of me, so I'm happy with the order, but the address was to a building that has like several different businesses in it. And they just put the address without the suite number. So I'm literally just guessing which business it's going into because they didn't give me any information in the notes. There's one business in there. There's a hairstyling place that I've actually delivered to before. So I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe this is probably it. Thankfully it was. But there could have been like 4 other businesses. I don't know. Sometimes customers don't realize how hard it is. Because the Grubhub app was asking for a delivery code. I'm guessing that's probably because they never received their order or got delivered to the wrong place before because they didn't give any information as to where they were located. There's a front of the building, and then there's a back parking lot. You go around back, and then there's like a bottom level, which you can only access through the back parking lot. And then there's a floor above it. But in the front, it's just one floor. And then obviously you go around back and it's lower, and there's a lower level. There's in the lower level, but if you've never delivered there before, you would never know. So thankfully I have, and it worked out. But good offer at least. And we're right here in our spot still, so we didn't have to go far. So that's great. Man, that's $9.62 for 2.8 miles. If I could get that order over and over and over again and just stay in my zone without having to leave it, God, I'd make so much damn money. But that's not the reality, unfortunately. Pretty rough lunch shift. Kind of been sitting around for about the last 20-25 minutes or so. Got nothing really. I got one offer, wasn't good. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't good. Then I got this. It's a Panda Express, $6 for 2 miles. It's 12:33 now. So the time is passing and the orders are not rolling in. But that's Tuesday for you. So get this dropped off. This is taking me up north towards a smaller hot zone. But up that way, there tends to be a little bit less drivers most of the time, it seems like. So maybe I'll have my pick of the litter up that way. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. I doubt it, but we'll see. So the Chick-fil-A, or no, it wasn't Chick-fil-A, it was Panda Express. It actually took me like halfway up to that zone. I was like halfway between my regular zone and then the smaller zone that's up north. So I dropped that off and I just went ahead and turned around and came back down towards my zone. Just accepted a double offer that it's okay. I don't know, I probably normally would not accept it. But since it's slow today, it's a pretty good offer considering how slow it is today. It's $15.50 for 7.4 miles for a double order for Charlie's Steakery. Charlie's Cheesesteaks, whatever the hell it's called. And I think it was Panda was the other one. So, not terrible. I mean, it's okay. Considering how slow it is, I'm taking it. So, more than $2 per mile, just barely. Stay in this lane. I'm not going to make that arrow. Nope, I wouldn't have. All right. So, we'll go straight here. $2 a mile. I mean, they can't really argue with that. So, hopefully it'll be a quick pickup. Panda was quick this last time. Panda's been a problem lately with long waits. Maybe this one will be ready. Charlie's is the first pickup, so maybe by the time I get the Panda, which they're right next door to each other. So by the time I pick up the Charlie's, then we're running into the Panda. Hopefully it'll be ready. So I don't know where I'm at. I'm at like 30. It's not good. What am I at? $31 plus this. I'll be at like 46, 40, probably $47 with all the change added up. And it'll be after 1 o'clock when I drop this off. So not ideal, but maybe it'll pick up after lunch rush. Pick up my daughter. Maybe I can get an order or two in before I pick up my daughter. That'd be ideal. And we're just gonna stay out and we're gonna grind it out today. So got New Orleans next weekend. So I got what's today? Tuesday. So I got 10 days. Save up as much as I can, and I got bills to pay between now and then too. So I gotta stack cash. That's why I need you to like, subscribe, and comment so I can get monetized. I make some money. I start making some money. I can start investing more in the videos, investing more time in the videos, because I won't have to depend on being out all day to make decent money. I can invest in the videos and buy better equipment and make better videos for you guys. You know, I'm a pretty entertaining person. It might not seem like it when I'm doing deliveries, but I got jokes now and then. So, pulling into the little strip mall here where all these restaurants are, Panda Express and Charlie's. Get these picked up. Just made a rookie mistake. I finished that double order, no problem. As I was dropping off the second one, I got a Uber order, $9.63 for 3.5 miles. So I went and picked that up. They ordered 12 of the Cinnabon Delight donut things or whatever. Restaurant only had 10 left. So they asked, if I would ask the customer if they would accept like the 10 cinnamon bites with a package of the cinnamon twists that they have at Taco Bell. So she agreed to it. She's like, fine, yeah, no problem. So I was distracted by that. They handed me the bag. I walked off without the drink. I'm sitting right there. I'd seen it earlier. I knew it was there. But I was so wrapped up in making sure that, I was taking care of the food part. I got about halfway. It's only 3.5 miles, thankfully. I got like halfway to the customer's house before I realized I didn't grab the drink. So I messaged her, apologized, like, I'm so sorry, I forgot your drink. I turned around to go get it right now. Got it delivered. Thankfully, she was super sweet and understanding. But I hate that I do that on occasion. It happens to everybody. I know when I order, the number one thing that drives me crazy is when they forget my drinks. I try not to order drinks because I know they're a pain in the ass, but sometimes when you order, the drink just comes with it, depending on what you order. But I've had my drinks forgotten plenty of times, and I know it's like the most annoying thing for customers. So I made sure I went back and got it, especially on Uber, since they could pull the tip. That's the last thing I need is for somebody to pull the tip. But ending lunch at an underwhelming $55. So could have been worse considering how it started. Picked up a little bit after 11:30. I basically made $50 in the last 2 hours. So I mean, I guess it's 25 an hour. It's not so bad. At $49. So time to pick up the child from school. I got a few minutes. I'm gonna go home and we buy those like 6-packs of like smoked sausages, that like the Johnsonville ones, like jalapeno cheddar, beef and cheddar, bacon cheddar, or whatever. Those things are really good. They're like $5 for a 6-pack. So the price isn't bad. They're pretty big and they're way better than hot dogs. So make myself a couple of those and then go pick her up. Get a little lunch in me before I go back out. I'm gonna drop her off at home and head right back out. Just gotta stay grinding today. When I come back out, I will pop the camera back on as soon as I get my first offer. Welcome back. Update time. $2.39. I did a wing stop, $7 for 2 miles. And 1.6 miles actually. It was an Uber order. And as I was dropping that off, I got a DoorDash. $7 for 4.4 miles for a beefaroo headed in the opposite direction. So this beefaroo order took me up here towards this other zone. So straight ahead here we got like a Taco Bell, McDonald's, Applebee's, teriyaki place, Chinese place, Burger King, all kinds of stuff up here. So we're gonna wander on up here, hang out up here for a few minutes and see if we get anything. 2:48. I'm picking up from a place I've never picked up from before on the vlog. Buddy's Burgers. Now I've picked up from here before, but it's been like 2 months. Place used to be really popular on these apps. I can't remember the last time I even got an offer from this place. I wonder what happened. But I haven't picked up from here since at least maybe even this year. But anyway, I got an offer now. $7 for 4.2 miles. So we're gonna go in and grab this. Catch you soon.
Thank you. You're welcome, guys. Have a good day. Are you picking up an order?
Picking up for Joshua. Order retrieved. It was ready. That's always nice. Yeah, she handed me the order, and then she had to go back to the kitchen for something else. I was gonna ask her, because it's the same lady that I used to always pick up from. I was gonna ask her if she's still on all the apps, because it used to be on Grubhub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats. I don't know if that's the case anymore, because I never see any offers come through from when I'm up in this area. I used to pick up from here. Maybe it's mostly Grubhub that I picked up from. I used to pick up from here multiple times a week. But it's the first offer I've seen in a while. They're also opening on this road. This is Riverside Boulevard, down towards the interstate behind me. They've recently, in the last year, couple of years, they've opened up like 5 or 6 restaurants, like mostly fast food. Bona Beef, Chipotle, Tom and Jerry's, there's a Dairy Queen, Taco Bell. Some of them have been there longer, and there's still more. They just opened a Panera like a couple weeks ago over here. And I think there's another restaurant coming in. I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. It's the Bona Beef. I think I mentioned that. So maybe it's because there's more competition up this way with all these other restaurants now, but it's kind of bizarre. But we'll get this delivered. I'm actually making up for lost time, kind of. I mean, I've got 3 back-to-back $7 orders. Considering I didn't work breakfast and I had a pretty slow lunch. Just in the last 45 minutes, I've made $21, so makes up for it a little bit. So I'm only at like 76 or 77, but if I get to 100 by 5 o'clock, which I should, it's over 2 hours away, we'll be sitting pretty. Freeze-dried candy. What? Who's buying that? Got the Buddy's Burgers delivered. Came over to this Casey's gas station to get a water and a little snacky snack. Got a little bag of jelly beans. Haven't had jelly beans in a while. Unpopular opinion, the #1 best jelly bean flavor of all time are the black ones. Give me all the black licorice. Delicious. Hated it as a kid. Love them as an adult. The blacks and the white ones. Those are the ones that I like. I also like the pinks. And the greens. Oranges are okay. Grape, eh. Red's good. Yellow, nah. What other colors are they? I think that's pretty much all of them. For a regular bag of jelly beans. Am I leaving any out? I don't remember. But yeah. Black is king. You'll never change my mind. Bona Beef secured. We got a big old shake and a big old soda. And Italian beef. And something else, I think. Can't remember what. $10.50 for 6.6 miles. Off we go. So I got Bona Beef picked up, and I got a quick Grubhub for Spring Garden, this little divey kind of family restaurant type place. customer's apparently in the mood for breakfast. They ordered a skillet. So $7.95 for 2 miles. So nice, easy, quick one. We're making up for lost time from this morning, so that's good. Hello again. Little update. It's 5:13 p.m. I haven't talked to you in a while. I've done a few since I last spoke with you. I got an offer for Tom and Jerry's. I'm still on this north side of town in the smaller hot zone. I've been up here since 2:15 for 3 hours. It's kept me busy. I did that Spring Garden order, the little family restaurant, and then I drove all the way to the other side of Riverside, back towards the east part of town where most of the stuff is at. Excuse me. I got a Tom and Jerry's, $6 for 2 miles. So I accepted that. And then right as I turned around to go to Tom and Jerry's, a Dunkin' Donuts for Uber Eats came in. $10 potential hidden tip for 1.3 miles. So I dropped the Tom and Jerry's and grabbed that Dunkin'. I picked that up. And as I was making the delivery, I got a DoorDash for Hachi Sushi, $8.50 for 3.5 miles. Took that, dropped that off, 50-cent hidden tips. It was actually $9. Then I got an offer for Culver's, $7 for 2 cents for 3.6 miles, and I accepted that. And as I started to make my way there, I got an offer from McDonald's, not much different, but it was a better positioning order. It was $7 for 2.9 miles. So I dropped the Culver's and took that McDonald's one, and I just dropped that off. So now I'm headed back south. That order pulled me more south. So after I dropped that off just a few moments ago, I accepted a beefaroo, which we're pulling up to right now, $9 for 3.6 miles. So I have been rolling since I came back out at 2 o'clock, which is very rare, like for a Tuesday. I haven't had this kind of luck on Tuesdays for a while. I've definitely made up for lost time. This order, I think, is going to put me like $130 or something like that. So when I came back out at 2:15, I was at like 55. So it's been 3 hours, and I think I'm averaging over 25 an hour since I've been back out, which is unusual. And I was also in a less busy part of town, slightly less busy. It's a little less busy, but I think there's a lot less drivers that hang out that way, so it kind of works out. But if it's dead, then you get nothing up there. So that's the issue. So we're at Beefaroo. It's like a local burger joint, McDonald's like type fast food. Some people say it's better. I don't really like McDonald's, but I think McDonald's is better. I think this place is extremely overhyped. We have like 5 or 6 of them in town, and they're all just mid. So we'll go in and pick this up. Well, I made a little complaint, more like an observation, earlier today about not getting the juicy orders that I used to get or was getting a few months ago. It just kind of dried up. Well, apparently I just needed to say something, because I just got a pretty juicy double order, $26 for 9.9 miles. Chipotle and a sushi order. I'm guessing the sushi order is the huge one. The Chipotle is probably tiny. Usually that's the case. Chipotle orders, for the most part, are usually just a couple bucks tip, $3 tip. But you gotta kind of expect that when they want $15 for a burrito. So we will get these picked up. They're in the same parking lot here. There's 2 little like strip malls. I mean, I've shown them before. You got Panera, sushi place, Cold Stone on one side, and then Chipotle's on the opposite side of the parking lot. So hopefully they're easy pickups. I already got the notification as soon as I accepted the offer that the Chipotle order was ready. I'm expecting to wait for the sushi order, because you know how that is. In my area, the sushi spots are usually pretty dreadful, but we'll see. So pulling into the parking lot now. I don't have an update with my total, because I don't know where I'm at actually financially. Although I'm pretty sure I am over like $125 at least. I hope. This will definitely put me over. This will probably put me over 150. After this order, I'm likely going to call it a day, because for 2 reasons. 1, the Cubs come on in 58 minutes. 2, I still haven't replaced this headlight. And it's going to be getting dark, and I haven't made it to Walmart to buy a headlight yet. So I'm just procrastinating at this point. So we'll get that done maybe tomorrow or something. We'll see. But get these picked up and dropped off. Then we'll carry on. Oh boy, good thing this order's paying because Chipotle order was ready. I accepted this at 5:42. Chipotle order was ready, got that right away. Walked into this spider sushi place, 5:45. I just got back in the car. 6:05. 20 minutes. Granted, it's 3 bags of stuff. They ordered a lot, but and that's a long time to wait. God, it's a long time to wait, but what can you do? I mean, I knew when I accepted it that it might be a wait, so that's partially on me. But it's $26 for 9 miles. Well, 9.9 miles. Almost 10 miles. It's going to end up taking an hour. Now, since I had to wait over 20 minutes. So, well, probably not over an hour. It ain't going to take me 40 minutes to deliver this, but probably 30 minutes, because 10 miles at 6 o'clock through town. Probably going to take me a good 30 minutes to get it delivered. Especially if this light doesn't turn green. God. But yeah, this will definitely probably be my last order of the day just because it took so long in there. So we'll close out the video when I see you next. Hello there. No, I'm not in my car. Yes, I am on my couch. It is the next day and I'm watching the Cubs game. I've already been out today. Video will be coming for that soon, but I never did close out yesterday's video. So that's what we will do right now. Cubs won last night. Hopefully they win today. They're down 1-0. But if you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if you would buy $10 Skittles. That's just crazy to me. You know somebody's buying it. So, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. And the next video will be coming real soon.